Okay.
Today, Detective Dog K and his handler are randomly inspecting vehicles pulled into secondary inspection.
Where's the rest of it?
We're looking for specifically currency and weapons and narcotics as well.
Good with this?
K shows interest in a vehicle belonging to an American who has been taken inside for questioning.
He alerted the door seam on the driver's side. Oh, boys. Oh, there go boys.
Our K-9 found a substantial large bag or believed marijuana. Right now, the travelers are in our holding cells. At this point, the officers are going to take everything that's in the car out to see if there's any more contraband in the vehicle.
More.
30 kilometers southwest at Detroit Metro Airport, a flight has just arrived from the Middle East.
Where are you coming from?
Agricultural specialists are on high alert for foreign pests and animal diseases that pose a threat to the U.S. farming industry.
Anything coming back with you from the trip? Okay, come with me.
Already, a passenger's leaky suitcase is crying foul.
We had a traveler from Egypt declare that she had what she called chicken. They call it hamem, but it is actually pigeon. Currently, U.S. law allows for cooked, verified poultry products to be allowed from most countries. In this case, it's raw, which makes it very prohibited, and I'm actually seizing the entire suitcase because there's blood all over it. So we're actually gonna dispose of the entire suitcase due to the avian blood contamination. We bag them up in a thick garbage bag, and they are disposed of.
Officers are now referring a steady stream of passengers to agricultural specialists in secondary inspection.
Which bag is your leaves in?
We're looking for fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, any meat products, anything that people are gonna plant, basically.
Sir. It's all right. Sir, man, it's okay. It's all right, it's okay.
The officers are also looking for a tiny eco-terrorist.
We are concerned about the capra beetle that's found in rice and melon seeds. It's taken a real foothold in the Middle East.
The capra beetle is a destructive invasive species.
Yeah, bizzer. Bizzer is the Arabic word for melon seed. They eat them as a snack, kind of similar to how somebody here might eat sunflower seeds. The bizzer is a host for that capra beetle that we're trying to keep out of the United States. Cannot bring bizzer. Bizzer mamnur. And they cannot bring bizzer. No bizzer from Palestine. Cannot have it.
Any grain items that comes through, we just have to look through it and see if we find anything live.
شو هاي لازم ناخذها على موديل.
There's a live test in here. This is why I'm taking it.
Really?
At the Pacific Highway border crossing in northern Washington state.
How long have you known her?
4 years.
Officers question a California-bound Canadian who says he's going to visit his American girlfriend for 2 months.
So have you visited her before down there?
3 times.
3 times. What's your occupation?
I'm a machine operator.
When do you plan to return back to work?
Back to work, I'm on special leave for a year.
How do you plan to support yourself?
I have savings.
Are you planning to do any work down in California? Okay.
Do you have your phone with you or is it in the vehicle? All right, so you told my partner here that you are not coming down to work?
Yeah.
So if I go through that vehicle and I go through your phone, we're not gonna find any evidence, okay? So if we do find that, you're gonna be barred from 5 years from the United States. So do you wanna tell me, are you coming here to work?
No.
Take a seat, we'll get this done as quick as we can for you.
At JFK International Airport in New York City. A jittery traveler from South America has been pulled into secondary inspection.
You smoke cigarettes? Good.
Why?
You seem like you're a little agitated. What's the reason you're coming to the United States?
Vacation.
And this is where you're gonna go? Right here?
Yeah.
Who lives at this address? One of my squad members stopped this young lady. She's from Guyana. She's coming here to spend some time with her family members. How much money did you bring with you, miss? Money, how much did you bring? $800? All right. And what do you do with yourself? You
I'm
work?
a student.
Okay. You have a handbag?
Yeah, it's right here.
Do you have any student ID in there?
No.
We have a strong indicator of unease, and we're not going to let her go until we're satisfied. You're not bringing any meat or fruit, are you? Meat
No,
or
just
fruit?
snacks.
Snacks?
Like tasty snack, pocket snacks.
You can see she's pretty agitated, you know? She's shaking. One of my female colleagues are going to do a pat-down on her.
At JFK International Mail Facility, no package gets into the US without a Customs and Border Protection stamp of approval.
Hold on 1 second.
Let me see.
We stop narcotics, any food and drugs that are not supposed to be coming into the country. I don't know what this is. Anything can come through here. We've seen live animals come through here, dead animals, insects, any type of pills, you name it.
Today, officers x-ray suspicious packages arriving from Africa.
Oh, that green mess right there, that box. Whatever's going through, pull that last box that just came in. Let me stop the x-ray. Doesn't look right. We're just gonna check it out. Green mass. We're not 100% sure what it could be. All right, let's see. Help.
Absolutely. We couldn't start unwrapping it. Just kind of seeing. Let's go ahead and pull it out. So as you can see, they utilized carbon paper just to try to conceal it from the X-ray.
What's the reason you're coming to the United States?
Inside the terminal,
You seem like you're a little agitated.
officers want to know why this traveler from Guyana appears so nervous.
She's shaking. One of my female colleagues, we're going to do a pat-down on her. You appear a little bit agitated to us, and we're just doing our job because you seem like kind of nervous. But people are nervous for a million reasons. We just got to make sure that you're coming here for the right reasons. Okay? The flight you came in on, we constantly get young people bringing cocaine. You're not a drug runner, are you?
No, this is my first time traveling by myself.
Oh, okay, and you're a little nervous and stuff. Yeah, that's all right.
The pat-down is negative.
Her anxiety was predicated upon the fact that she's a young single traveler, and we were satisfied that it was nothing more than innocuous nervousness. Thanks again for your cooperation.
It's my first time traveling alone, and I'm very nervous because, first of all, the plane is very scary, and then coming at the airport and you don't know anybody.
We did the right thing. We stopped a young passenger from a high-risk country who was admittedly very nervous.
At the Pacific Highway border crossing,
So you told my partner here that you are not coming down to work?
Yeah.
a Canadian on a year-long leave of absence from his job says he's going to California to visit his girlfriend for 2 months. But a search of his phone may call him out.
I found a message asking him, are you really going down to marry that girl in California? He was looking up a bunch of rings. I'm looking for more evidence before I start talking to him about that.
He's got his whole desktop computer.
Yeah. Is this a mattress? No, it's a
TV.
Yeah. You're going down to see your girlfriend, you're not bringing that size of a TV.
No, you're not.
I don't have faith that this guy's going back to Canada. People, you don't usually bring large TVs down. So I'm gonna go back in, I'm gonna talk to him, see if he'll admit that he's coming down here to live and work.
At the Ambassador Bridge in Detroit,
Oh, there go boys.
Detective Dog K sniffed out a sack of suspected weed in an American traveler's car.
We're continuing the search, and we found additional marijuana.
Let's go test it right now. He has to get the substance far enough down in the pouch where the chemicals will react with it. He breaks the glass capsules. Once he agitates it up, then we'll get a positive reading. It'll change color. And you can see the orange that's coming into it. That orange is a positive indication that it's marijuana.
And that's not all.
They found a rifle, and then we found some ammunition. Anytime firearms come in and out of the United States, you have to have either registration from U.S. Customs or you have to have a license from the State Department to take guns in and out.
It's old and rusty, but that doesn't mean it's not deadly. He has ammo with it, so I mean, we can only assume that it's a functional weapon.
He failed to have the State Department license to bring the gun into the United States from Canada, and he also failed to declare that weapon when he came into the border.
It's a bad day for one guy.
At Detroit Metro Airport.
There's a live test in here. This is why I'm taking it.
Really?
Agricultural specialists discover an unwelcome stowaway in a bag of lentils belonging to a traveler from the Middle East.
If anything live is present, then we just seize it automatically. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the commodity is going to be prohibited. We just take it because we find the live pests.
Officers are also searching for the usual suspects.
No.
No meat. Meat is not allowed. You can get a penalty, $300. You're getting a warning today.
All three of my jobs as a biologist before I came here were doing control work for invasives that already got into the United States. This is the first job I've had as a biologist where I'm not cleaning up a mess that's already here. Okay, what kind of fruit is this? It's fresh figs? Yeah. So you cannot bring any fresh fruits or vegetables. These we have to take, the rest of the stuff is okay, so you can go ahead and pack this one up, all right? We've got bins full of fresh fruits, vegetables, seeds from the Middle East. We're gonna go through all those. We're gonna look for plant pests, insects.
At JFK International Mail Facility.
So as you can see, they utilize carbon paper just to try to conceal it from the X-ray.
Customs and Border Protection officers have seen through a smuggler's thin disguise.
I think are money orders from what I see, but let's see. Yeah, definitely look like money orders. Go ahead and cut a little bit more here. Just last week, we found another shipment with approximately $3 million in money orders.
Domestic money orders are widely accepted at cashing facilities across the United States.
We're talking about 2 bundles. This is only just 1 bundle. The other bundle, we have it on this side. There's an active trade in a very huge amount of people out on the streets willing to purchase this kind of counterfeited illegal products. Oh, this might be something else. Maybe a surprise today.
Yeah.
Where are you going today?
Who's the owner of the vehicle?
At the Ambassador Bridge.
Oh, there go boys.
First it was weed, then it was a gun.
He has ammo with it, so I mean, we can only assume that it's a functional weapon.
Now, 2 American travelers are in Customs and Border Protection custody.
The travelers are in our holding cells. They've been patted down to make sure they don't have any contraband on them or any weapons at this time. So at this point, we're going to get it all weighed up. We'll make a determination on whether we're just going to penalize and seize it or whether we're going to go for prosecution.
64.3 grams.
It's a large amount, but it looks like it's a personal use amount. At this point, it appears that he wasn't intending on smuggling drugs into the United States. We're going to seize the firearm and the marijuana. We will assess a civil penalty for that.
Highway in Washington State.
You're going down to see your girlfriend. You're not bringing that size of a TV.
Officers have tuned in to a Canadian who claims he's visiting his American sweetheart.
He's got the text message saying that he's coming down here to live and marry the girl. I'm gonna talk to him and see if he'll admit that he's coming down here to live and work. Just be honest with me. You know we've gone through your phone, we've gone through your vehicle.
Yeah.
What's going on this trip? You going to get married down there?
No.
Why did you tell someone you were?
When?
Are you going down to California to get married? Yeah,
No,
mid-November.
no.
Yes, you did.
Must have been old.
That was on Wednesday.
I talked to another friend since then, and I told him I was going to do it the proper way.
Well, it doesn't look like you're doing it the proper way. I don't see people come down for short visits with large TVs. Looks like he's going down to Southern California and probably going to stay down there. So what do you have to make me believe that you're actually going back to Canada?
In Detroit,
No meat.
agricultural specialists seize bags of prohibited food off a flight from the Middle East.
There's a live test in here. This is why I'm taking it.
Really?
Yeah, right here.
Now they're taking a closer look inside the lab.
One of my colleagues found a live insect in lentils today. We got a couple big bins full of fresh fruits, vegetables, seeds. We're gonna go through all those. We're gonna look for plant pests, insects.
See, there is more.
There was a beetle found in the lentils. It's suspected Brucidae. That's the family of beetles. Those are seed weevils that spend the larval part of their life inside a bean. It's a really unusual find for us. We usually don't take a real hard look at lentils, so that's something new. I'll be taking a better look at that commodity in the future.
Samples of the pests will be sent to the U.S. Department of Agriculture for identification.
Unfortunately, once a lot of these things are established, we'll never really get rid of them. This is our chance at actually fixing the problem, is catching it before it gets established.
In New York City,
We're talking about 2 bundles. This is only just 1 bundle.
a box concealing bundles of suspected counterfeit money orders continues to pay off.
Oh, this might be something else. Maybe a surprise, yeah. So these are checks. More money orders.
An envelope in between. Here you go.
Oh, we can check what the envelope is too. Different denomination. Some organizations would do this to finance illegal activities. We'll take it to detention. We don't want to be financing terrorist groups or criminal organizations overseas that are willing to hurt our country.
In Washington State,
You going to get married down there?
No.
Why did you tell someone you were?
Must have been old.
That's not old.
a Canadian claims he's just visiting his American girlfriend, but the contents of his vehicle suggest he's staying a lot longer.
So what do you have to make me believe that you're actually going back to Canada, that you have a life in Canada, that you have a reason not to stay in California? I've been to California. It's a nice place. I wouldn't come back to this raining weather.
I understand that.
So what do you have to prove?
Well, I have to come back and get my dog, and I've left all my furniture and all my other hobbies behind.
Did you buy the ring yet?
No.
We don't see any evidence of a life up in Canada or a reason to go back. He's presumed to be an intending immigrant until he can prove otherwise. If you're really going down there, you're going to want to get married, and I don't want to jeopardize that through the whole immigration process, okay? So I'm not going to bar you. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to allow you to withdraw your application and go back. What you're going to need to bring down to show me or show the other officers when you cross is called ties and equities, okay? So I need proof that you have a place to live in Canada. You're going to need strong proof, like 6 months worth of.
That's the leave of absence.
That doesn't, I mean, that's a leave of absence. That's telling us that you don't have to work for a year. Even if he was just going to stay down here for a year, I don't believe he would come back after that year. Okay, so we're going to turn you around here. You can actually have your phone. I don't want to get that wet and put it in your pocket or whatever. I'll give you this paperwork to give to Canada so they don't give you a hard time about coming back with duty or anything like that. Okay, so let's head up. I want proof that there's a reason for him to go back to Canada. All right, just get that stuff and you can come back as soon as you get it, okay?